there was over 5,000 players that enter the transfer portal. This summer, that number is projected to be over 6,000 because of the roster cuts at the D1 level. The worst part is, most of those players won't find a home because there's just not enough roster spots. If you're in the portal this summer or still uncommitted out of JUCO and you're serious about playing at a high level next season, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to maximize your exposure, the best ways to get in contact with coaches, and how to turn those conversations into offers. And just so I'm not wasting anyone's time, this is only for guys who are serious about their careers and know that they need a real plan. If your plan is just to wait around and see what happens or be patient, this video is not for you. But if you are serious about getting better offers and finding the right school, then you're gonna wanna stick around to the very end of this video, because I'm going to show you the same exact strategy that we use with our guys to help them get to their best fit schools. If you're watching this, it's probably because since you entered the portal or wrapped up your JUCO season, the offers you have don't feel like the right fit, or even worse, you don't have any offers at all. Maybe you've been waiting for your coaches to help you, posting random videos on Twitter, sending emails or DMs that don't get answered, or the worst one, thinking that offers are just gonna come your way if you're patient enough. But let's be honest, none of that is working and the clock is ticking. The truth is that used to work, but it doesn't anymore. That's because it's what everyone else is doing. Coaches are getting flooded. There's thousands of names in the portal. There's endless emails and DMs. It's tough to make yourself stand out. You're not being overlooked because you're not good enough. You're being overlooked because you're doing what everyone else is doing. By now, you're probably asking yourself, who is this guy and why should I even listen to you? My name is Omar Almodovar and here's my story. I was born in the Dominican Republic, grew up in Miami, Florida, and coming out of high school, I was barely recruited. During high school, I had no idea how to get myself recruited. I went to a random showcase thinking that was gonna help me, and I only had one offer coming out of high school to a small junior college. I took that opportunity and tried doing the most with it, and it led me to the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma, where during my sophomore year, while I was trying to get recruited again, I tore my hamstring after only 10 at-bats and missed the rest of my season. I hear a lot of you guys say that it's really tough to get recruited because you don't have any stats. And yeah, that is true if you don't know what you're doing. Without any stats, I was fortunate enough to get recruited to a top 25 Division II program at the time, where I learned how to market myself and get in front of that coaching staff, and I was still able to get a full ride offer and go play at the next level. That opportunity led me to Savannah State in Georgia, where I had some of the best years in my career. I was healthy again and I got the opportunity to play every single day and build up my stats so that I can get to the next level. After 2 years at Savannah State, I decided to enter the transfer portal and try to get to the Division I level as I always dreamed of. During my time in the transfer portal, I used the same exact strategies I used previously to get myself in front of coaches. That led to me having multiple offers at the Division I level and ultimately signing to play at High Point University in North Carolina. High Point for me was a dream come true. I got to play high-level baseball in a program that made it really far and won a conference tournament. And I also got to experience the great facilities and treatment of being at the Division I level. But one of the coolest things that happened in my career was I was fortunate enough to be selected to play on one of the best collegiate summer teams in the entire country, the Vermont Lake Monsters. Playing in Vermont was one of the closest experiences you can have to being a professional, playing in front of 7,000 or 8,000 people every single night and getting the opportunity to sign autographs every day and play with talented guys from all over the country. So I went from being a guy that was barely recruited out of high school to going the JUCO route and getting hurt, to getting to a top 25 D2 and then getting to my dream of playing at the Division 1 level. What I do for players is take away all the guesswork and trial and error that comes with going through the recruiting process by yourself. I help you build a real game plan based on your skill set and goals, identify schools that actually need your position, get you in front of coaches in a way that actually gets responses, and then help you turn that communication into offers. I've done this over and over again for more than 200 guys just like you who were stuck in the portal or coming out of JUCO still uncommitted. Let me give you some real life examples. A D3 catcher entered the portal in May, had no offers. Within 3 weeks, we got him a full ride scholarship to George Mason to achieve his goals of playing at the Division 1 level. A right-handed pitcher that was stuck on JV in a D2 program because his coach didn't believe in him, we helped him sign to a D1 where he's now their #1 arm out of the bullpen. A JUCO outfielder who went into the summer uncommitted and didn't have anyone calling coaches for him, within a month, we got him placed to a D1 close to home. A shortstop from Georgia who put up video game numbers at the D2 level, wanted to play professionally, signed to his dream school, Georgia Tech, where he's now projected to be a top 2 round draft pick in this year's draft. A high academic pitcher that wanted to get a degree from a good business school helped him transfer to Villanova, where he's been their ace for 2 years now. A transfer portal first baseman from Georgetown wanted the opportunity to play for a national title, helped him sign to the University of Tampa. A JUCO pitcher with only 4 innings pitched on the year and extremely frustrated, with a little marketing, signed to a Division 1 program. 2 guys that wanted to play high-level baseball but also get the opportunity to play right away, both signed to some of the best mid-major programs in the country. These are guys who weren't getting noticed until they had a game plan and someone fighting for them. You're not too late, you're just missing the right help and guidance. What most players don't realize is that the recruiting process, especially in the summer, comes down to 3 things. Number 1 is a game plan. Most players start doing things to get recruited without actually putting a game plan together. During the summer, the market moves really fast, and if you don't have a game plan that matches your skill set, your goals, and your timeline, you will miss out on a ton of opportunities. The second thing is exposure. And not just exposure, but maximizing the right kind of exposure. I see a lot of guys just posting random videos on Twitter, hoping that somebody comes across them and gives them an offer. Well, that's not going to happen without a proper marketing strategy. You have to put all of your important information in the video. You have to put high quality videos together, not just game footage, but also practice footage. Coaches want to be able to see your body up close, your mechanics, and seeing if that's something that will fit at their school. To maximize your exposure the right way, we help our guys go through a checklist. The first thing is what you're actually putting in your captions. You have to give coaches enough information about you to know if they should even reach out. So you have to let them know your metrics, your grades, your major, how much eligibility you have. All that important information will let them know if they should even reach out to you or not. That's the first step. The second thing is when you're actually posting. We help our guys pick out the best days and the best times to post videos, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna post something on Twitter, you wanna make sure that coaches are actually gonna see it. Number 3 is proper communication. If you don't know how to communicate with the coaches, you're never gonna get yourself in the position to get an offer. What most guys don't realize is that there's 2 ways to gain communication with coaches. There's outbound, so you're reaching out to the coaches, but then there's inbound, the coaches reaching out to you. So let's start with the inbound. Inbound is extremely valuable because if the coaches are coming to you, they're starting the interest. So how do we gain inbound communication? Simple. Number 1, quality content. The better videos you put out there, the more opportunities you're giving coaches to evaluate you. The better opportunities you give coaches to evaluate you, the more likely they are to recruit you. Number two is having a marketing strategy, not just posting random videos out there like we just talked about. The next one is outbound communication. So when you reach out to the coaches, well, most players get stuck sending emails, which emails have the lowest response rate. Why do emails have the lowest response rate? Because so many coaches get so many emails every single day. The next one is Twitter DMs. Twitter DMs have a higher response rate than email because it's a much more direct path of communication, but most players get this wrong because they don't know how to reach out properly in DMs, which is different than reaching out in an email. The last one is the one that has the highest response rate and is having somebody directly connected to those coaches reaching out on your behalf. So many players are reaching out to coaches every single day through email and through Twitter that it's still very difficult for them to get back to you, even in the Twitter DMs. The highest response rate is having somebody that's directly connected to those coaches vouching for you on your behalf. So to summarize it, this summer you need to put together a proper game plan. You need to maximize your exposure, and you have to learn how to communicate with the coaches properly using both inbound and outbound. If you're serious about finding the right school this summer, go ahead and send me a message and let's get on a call. We'll go over your situation, what you're looking for, and if it's a fit, we'll walk you through the exact game plan to help you get there. But again, this is only for guys who are all in and serious about their future and playing at the next level. Listen, I know this process is frustrating. I've been through it. One offer coming out of high school, tore my hamstring in JUCO, and had to transfer more than once. I've had every reason to quit, but I didn't. Now I help guys get signed without having to go through the stress of trying to figure it out on your own and help you avoid the mistakes that I made. So if you're still looking for a school and you know you deserve more attention than you're getting, let's get to work and let's go find your next home.